What's up, AG5? I'm Diego Ribas here in Las Vegas with Nina Nunes. Thanks for your time, Nina.
Oh, no problem. Thank you for having me.
Nina, let's talk about Cynthia Calvillo. How do you see this matchup? Is there a specific part of her game you got to be more aware?
I think it's a very good matchup for me. Of course, we watched some footage, so we are aware of what she's strong at, what she's weak at. Sure, the same thing she did about me. But I feel really good about this fight. I feel like I'm very well-rounded, and I can handle her anywhere in the cage.
She's a grappler, most likely. Just like your last opponents. If it was just up to you, would you prefer facing strikers?
With strikers, I tend to be a little bit more loose. Something about being with the grappler, I kind of tighten up my game a little bit. I feel like I have already fought the best wrestler in this division, Tatiana. Claudia was a very strong grappler and wrestler, so I do feel like I'm ready. This fight, I feel stronger and better at 125. So I'm excited to see where I am as a person, not so much compared to going against Cynthia, but who I am as what I've put in as a 125 fighter.
Awesome. Cynthia, just like yourself, used to be a strawweight. And that's going to be your debut as flyweight, right? Mm-hmm. Do you think because of that, it's kind of easier to see because there's no that big difference of frame and size-wise?
Yeah, if she's fought at strawweight before, that means it's possible for her to get that small. Some of these 25s couldn't go lower than 25.0. So it's a fair matchup. I was a kind of a big 115er, so I walked around pretty heavy. The only difference now is I put on a little bit more muscle, and I just feel much better.
And how is the cut weight? How do you feel your body? Is it kind of natural for you moving up?
Man, I feel so much better. I was a 125er before the UFC had the division, so I went to 15 because of the UFC. But my camps are much more happier. My focus isn't weight cut. My focus is fighting, and that's something I've been missing for a while. Usually the week of the fight, I'm just running on fumes, lightly moving around, not to hurt myself, just to make the weight. But yesterday I did a training session, and it was almost like a fight where I just felt so great. There was nothing lacking, and something I probably should have done a while ago, but I kind of got stuck in the division, seeing where I was and climbing the ranks. But I do feel much better at 125.
And how do you see your new division? How do you see yourself as 125 right now?
I feel great. I feel like, Cynthia is a really strong opponent. She had a couple fights that didn't go her way, but, you can never look at that. You never know what someone's going through. But she is a good name, and I feel like if I do well against her and they give me someone ranked, I'm not too far away from maybe going for another run, at 125.
Okay. Let me ask you something else. You made your training camp at ATT, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And how was that? Is there any kind of drama there because Amanda just left?
No, Amanda made her decision to have her personal space. She didn't open a gym to compete against American Top Team. She just wanted a little space away from everybody. It's not just people there. It's a huge gym. She wanted something more focused, more quiet. I've been going back and forth, so I've been training at American Top Team. I've been going there to help her in the afternoons, and in between whenever we could. I do my conditioning there. It's our gym, but I started at American Top Team 15 years ago, and that's where I want to finish my career. And we have a good relationship with Dan, the owner, and with all the coaches there. It's just she felt like she needed that, and I support her 100%.
Yeah, that would be my next question. You're not planning to move to the new gym and leave ATT, right?
No, I'm not going to leave ATT. I'm going to finish my career there. There's no conflict of interest with me training at both gyms. We don't have fighters competing against fighters from American Top Team. I would be the same thing as if fighters came to did their camp and went back home. We just have a gym that's our home, and we're able to do that. And it's been good.
Perfect. Let me ask you something about your last couple of years. How challenging was for you, like being a mom and fighting and changing house and everything else personally and your fight business?
It's been a really busy past 2 years, especially after having Reagan. I jumped back in a little too quick. I had it in my head. I wanted to fight. Mentally, I felt like I was there. Physically, my body wanted nothing to do with it. And then we moved, and then we opened the gym. We did the Ultimate Fighter. So, it's just been a lot of things going on. We kind of lost focus for a little bit. But everything's back. Everything's been falling in the face perfectly. We're both very happy. Reagan brings this new energy to our lives. And I'm just excited. I'm excited about life in general, and that just makes this so much easier.
And how was for you the Ultimate Fighter?
It was an experience, you know. I like coaching. I feel like I do have a good eye for being a coach. You know, I do coach Amanda, so, you know, I can do it at the highest level. But time-consuming wise, stress-wise, now that I've started a family and I want to continue to grow my family, I don't know if being a full-time coach is something in our future.
Perfect. Do you have any prediction for this fight?
Yeah, I'm going to win. I can't give you an exact how. You know, I'm not gonna try to rush into anything, but you know, I'm gonna win this fight.
Perfect. Last question. Can you say any message for Brazilian fans in Portuguese? I know you speak a little bit Portuguese. I've seen that before.
Ok. Oi, obrigado para suas torcidas. Eu muito feliz e obrigada.